Ms. Ellison, are we ready?
We're still waiting for Trustee Benavides and Trustee Rogers to join us, but you can go ahead. It is 6 o'clock.
Good evening, everybody. Today is April 8th, 2021 at 6 o'clock. Today's Las Vegas Clark County Library District Board of Trustees meeting is held here at East Las Vegas Library. Pursuant to the Governor's Emergency Directive on Public Meetings, this meeting is being held at the East Las Vegas Library and online at WebEx. If you'd like to look at the documents, go to https://LVCCLD.org, Board of Trustee Meetings. Let's go ahead and have roll call, Ms. Ellison. Here.
Trustee Wadley Mine.
Here.
Trustee Foyt.
Here.
Trustee Francis Drake.
Here.
Trustee Melendrez, we've been advised, will not be able to attend. Trustee Raymaker.
Here.
Trustee Rogers. There he is. Trustee Wilson also unfortunately will not be able to attend. Trustee Waugh. And for the record, I will note that Council Gerald Welt and Executive Director Kelvin Watson are also on the call. And I'll let you know as soon as Trustee Benavides gets on the call. Thank you. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go ahead. Thank you very much. Let's stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. All righty, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome. If you see us leave, please exit with us very quickly. In case of an emergency, there's exits in the front and exits in the back. Thank you very much. At this time, topics raised on this item. We have public comment, must be limited to today's matters on the agenda. If you wish to comment on an item, you may send an email to boardcomments@lvccld.org. Please identify yourself. Please identify the agenda item you wish to speak on and include your name and address in your email. Emails without name and address will not be read. You are limited to no more than 3 minutes. Ms. Ellison, do we have any public comment in person or on email?
First of all, Chair Ortiz, Trustee Benavides is on the call. And then also we do not have any public comment via email or in person.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, having heard that there's no public comments, let's move on to our agenda. Has everybody had an opportunity to look at the agenda?
Excuse me.
Yep.
I think Trustee Rogers is with us as well.
Yes, I did see, I did show that he is present when I called the roll. Thank you,
Okay.
Trustee Wadley Mine.
All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept the proposed agenda. Who will make that motion?
I'll move to approve the agenda.
Motion by Senator Raymaker, second. Robin Wadley Munier. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you very much. And then if I may, if we're looking at two screens, do not feel offended. We have to multitask given the technology that we're faced with. So don't feel offended if we're not looking directly at you and we're looking at two screens. Okay, thank you. The motion passed to accept the agenda. Tonight, we lose 2 trustees that have been on the board for a long time, and they are termed out. So at this time, I would ask the trustees present if you would step in the front so we can acknowledge them. The 2 trustees that are attending the last meeting is Marilyn Francis Drake, and Robin Wantley Munier. If everybody would please step forward, including the director. Thank you so much. This is good. Are we okay likewise? Okay. Good evening, everybody. At this meeting, we want to take the opportunity to acknowledge and thank two departing trustees. Both of them have contributed so much to the Las Vegas Clark County Library District during their service on the board. First of all, trustee Robin Wadley Munier. She was first appointed on December the 8th, 2011 by the City of Las Vegas Councilwoman Lois Tarkanian in order to fill the remaining portion of Francis Baron's term. Robin was reappointed in 2013 and again in 2017. I guess they liked you, so thank you very much. And Robin arrived to the board during the Great Recession, and she was very focused on ensuring that our libraries served as many individuals as possible with education resources, computer access, and other tools so they could transition to new jobs and new lives. Robin has been a ferocious proponent of enhancing services at the West Charleston area, which is near her home and is her home branch. Robin is very cost conscious and asks many questions to understand why staff are recommending certain choices, always aware of how it looks in the district's community. Robin supported the East Las Vegas Library, the Mesquite Library, projects that we were all eager to begin on library branch renovation, hard to talk with a mask, projects that would bring the next generation of library services to all district facilities. As adopted in the facilities master plan, during the consideration of the facilities master plan, Robin asked challenging questions to the staff and consultants to make sure she was seeing the ground as a special assistant to Councilwoman Tarkanian. Robin also represented the district well at library conferences, attending many sessions and bringing back many, many ideas. Robin will retire as the treasurer of the Las Vegas Clark County Board of Trustees, a role she has served from 2017 to 2019. Robin has served on multiple committees during her tenure, including the Finance and Audit Committee, the Risk Management Committee, and the Executive Committee, and she has also been the chairwoman for the Bylaws Committee. Robin, she's done a great job, has watched our pennies, your pennies, made sure that everything is on track, and we value and appreciate everything that you've done for the library. So on behalf of the Las Vegas Clark County Library District, we'd like to present you with a token of our appreciation. Thank you. And actually, Director, will you take that back for a second? Yep. Sorry. Robin, will you say a few words? Real quick.
Yes. First, I'd like to say thank you to the people that nominated me to this board to begin with. That would be the two mayors, Oscar and Carolyn Goodman, my councilwoman, Lois Tarkanian, and then, of course, Councilman Brian Knutson that continued, my supporting me on this board, and I really appreciate that. I'm honored and humbled to have served on a citizens board such as this, and I do feel like, even though I do ask a lot of questions, always, and dig deep into things, I think that I really represented the people of the community, and in particular the city of Las Vegas, who I was supposed to represent. And I would just like to say to the future trustees that are coming, that is what we do. We answer to the public. That's who we serve. Do your due diligence, and you'll have a wonderful time on this board because it's fantastic people. Even more than the fantastic people on the board, the staff of this library district is phenomenal. just phenomenal. And that's what really makes our job as trustees easy. It's been wonderful to get to know many of you, to work with you, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. And I'm going to miss you. And if I say anything else, I'm going to cry. So I'll stop there.
Robert, we want to do a photograph, so let's.
And everybody look forward.
Everybody get in.
Sure, we can set it by your desk here.
Whatever you get. Rodney, why don't you come up for this presentation? It's your. We'll have Rodney join us for Maryland's presentation.
You know,
They have her important spouse.
That's right.
And at the end, we'll allow all the trustees to make a few comments. The second trustee we must say goodbye to is Marilyn Frances Drake. Marilyn was appointed by Mayor Carolyn Goodman on April 18, 2013, and was reappointed again in 2017. A school librarian by trade, most recently at the Meadow School, Marilyn keeps in contact with many of her former students. A dedicated volunteer, Marilyn and her wonderful husband, Rodney, have put many, many hours working at the Library Foundation's warehouse to sort used books that have contributed to the increased amount of book sales to the foundation. The foundation has recorded over the last few years. She is also vocal in her support for the district's volunteers, wanting to make sure we are aware of their many important contributions. She and Rodney have also attended many district and community events to support and represent the Board of Trustees and the district. Marilyn has also attended many library conferences and a very good traveler, thank you so much, and always has her finger on the pulse of new youth literature. In addition, until it was canceled by the pandemic, she and Rodney were regulars at the district's annual comic book festival. While not serving as an officer, Marilyn served as on the risk management committee multiple times as the chair. She has asked many questions to understand the district's finances and insurance and put them in layman's terms. Marilyn, I'm going to miss you. Thank you again. Thank you for your service. And we have a small presentation for you. Director, if you grab that. That's for you. And if you want to set that down, we'll give you an opportunity to speak and we'll hold that up again. Thank you. You want to say a few words?
First of all, I'd like to thank Mayor Goodman for appointing me to the board. It was a wonderful transition for me from my many years of librarianship and teaching to into my retirement. Sometimes people don't realize how hard that might be for a person when they retire, even though we all look forward to it. I would also like to thank everybody in the library over the years, on the board over the years. It's been wonderful to get to know people and to see some of the inner workings of the library, and all of the people, as Robin said, have been wonderful people to get to know. I hope that she and I also can continue to maybe attend a few meetings or just keep in touch with the friends that we've made along the way, the ones that are here tonight and the ones that have served and have gone on. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Now, Marilyn, go ahead and hold your presentation. Rodney, did you want to say anything? Thank you. All right, everybody bunch up. Let's take a picture.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you very much. Trustee Kelly Benavides, would you like to say a few words?
Would. I'm definitely, it's a, sad day for us as the board when, our trustees move on, but I'm happy for them to have a couple of extra, days and time to enjoy, the things that they rarely like to do. I know Robin and I go back from more than 20 years ago from my city of Las Vegas days. And, I just appreciate her really taking the time to come back, whether she was retired or not. She still had time to give back to the community, as well as Marilyn Francis Drake. I thank her and her husband. I mean, that's remarkable to give back to the community in this way. So one day I hope to follow their steps to be able to give back as well. So good luck, ladies. Have fun. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Trustee Rogers, Dr. Rogers, would you like to say anything?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I just want to say it's been an honor getting to know the two trustees, and I know we didn't get to interact as much due to the COVID coming up on us and some of us not coming to the in-person meetings, but the meetings that I did get to attend in person, you all always welcome me to the trustee fold, and I greatly appreciate that. And certainly I will try to live up to the standards that you set and ask those tough questions and represent our community as you two have over the years. And I'm looking forward to the tenure that I'm going to have and just try to follow in your footsteps.
Thank you very much. Trustee Nathaniel Watt, did you want to make a few comments?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've, of course, only had a very short time with Trustee Wadley Munier and Francis Drake, but I mean, I appreciate the many years of service that both of you have done for our community. And I remember when I first reached out to all of you and introduced myself, Trustee Francis Drake had a very long missive, a lot of great points, a lot of great ideas, and a lot of great advice in there. And so I certainly hope, especially as the first of a new crop of trustees starting this year, that, kind of like what Trustee Rogers said, if I can even be 1/10 of the trustee that both of you have been, then I know I will have done an extraordinary job. So, I've appreciated all of the short amount of time that I've had with both of you, the insights I've gotten, the passion I've seen is inspirational, and I hope to be able to carry that on, in recognition of your service and all those great and wonderful things. And so I, of course, wish you all the best as you're traveling and you're volunteering and you're doing all those many things. And I certainly look forward to seeing you both come back frequently. And again, if you have any advice for me, I'm always ready and willing to hear it. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Santa Raymaker, do you want to say a few words?
Just a couple. These ladies have been great and have been great inspirations, and I know when I first came, they just made me feel like I belonged. I never felt like an outsider, and they always gave good information, and they always come with good information, and they do their due diligence, and it's been great to work with both of you, and I wish you both all the best with whatever you do next, and please keep in touch with us.
Thank you, Trustee Elizabeth Foyt.
Well, I was very lucky when I came on the board 4 years ago. I saw two familiar faces. Rob and I had a nodding acquaintance with during the time that she served with Lois Tarkanian not only at the city, but previously at the school district. She was the voice that answered the phone and said, yeah, that is a problem. We'll work on that. And I have since been her travel companion when we've gone to library conventions and also worked on issues related to our board activities. Marilyn and I go way back. We went to San Francisco with a group of friends for an ALA conference in the 80s, maybe. I'm trying to think. It was a wonderful time. We had a great time. Strange hotel, but a good time. And yeah, we go way back. It's been delightful to have them here, but to also expand my knowledge through their efforts and to the rest of the board. They will be missed, but they cannot get away from us. I see them serving in other ways, and not just in the warehouse, I promise, or the bookstore, but elsewhere. And I feel we will have a loss with both of you gone. So don't go too far away. Thank you.
Thank you. And as for me, Marilyn Francis Drake, thank you very much for your support. When I got on, my vision was for a library, this library in 1994. We started the vision. But when I got on this board, I needed to convince these trustees that this was the right thing to do. And so thank you. Thank you for voting for this library and the Mesquite Library to redo it. It's not easy to convince trustees to spend money at a bad economy, but it was the right thing to do. And secondly, Marilyn Francis Drake, when she comments on an issue or an agenda item, very pointed, well thought of, and meaningful. And so I value that. I value your friendship. Great traveler, Rodney, great traveler. Enjoyed Chicago, took me to a couple places that were great. So thank you very much. Robin, thank you very much. Robin's a very, very good friend of mine. I really value your friendship. Hopefully we'll continue to remain in contact. Robin really understood government, finances, building, economy, community engagement, because she did the work. And sometimes it's hard to hear the real truth, but at the same time, the comments are made that we find a balance to create better communities, building better lives for everybody else. It's time away from family, time away from friends, but she took the time to spend on this board for many, many years. And so again, Robin, I'm going to miss you. Thank you very much for voting on the East Las Vegas Library and supporting me. Same with the Mesquite Library. Again, wish you well. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for your indulgence, and we appreciate, and this will be their last meeting. Next on the agenda, if we can move on, we are going to approve, first of all, let's table November 12th, 2020 minutes. Also, let's table the December 4th, 2020 minutes and the February 18th, 2021 minutes. So in your packet, you have the December 17th, 2020 minutes. If you've had an opportunity to review them, I'll entertain a motion to approve the December 17th, 2020 minutes. Who will make that motion?
I'll move to approve the board minutes from December 17th, 2020.
Senator
Trustee
Rainmaker makes
Rogers
the
will
motion.
second.
Trustee Rogers will second the motion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you very much. The other board minutes that we're looking at is the March 11th, 2021. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to review those minutes. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the March 11th, 2021 regular board minutes. Who will make that motion?
So move, Trustee Rogers.
I'll second.
Trustee Rogers moves to approve March 11th, 2021 minutes. Nathaniel Waugh seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you very much. My report, I don't have a report other than I'm glad to see that we're now open at 50% capacity and more. And so thank you very much. At this time, Executive Director Kelvin Watson, your report.
Thank you, Chair Ortiz. So you have my my written report. So I'll just touch on a few things. But before I start, I want to make sure that we recognize that this week, and we're close to the end of the week, has been National Library Week. And also that Tuesday was National Library Workers Day. So I just want to read into the record as part of my report an email that I sent to the team, the staff here at the Las Vegas Clark County Library District. And I sent this out Tuesday morning before I headed to the county commission meeting. So I'll read it very quickly. It's a short email message, but I want to make sure that for the staff that are listening, and as well as for the board, that you take time to also again recognize the staff along with me. So, dear Las Vegas Clark County Library District team, recognizing the adaptation that you've experienced in our new normal in order to connect our community with resources during this critical time, I want to say thank you today on National Library Workers Day for tirelessly giving it your all. National Library Workers Day is observed on the Tuesday of National Library Week, which is celebrated this week. Being a believer in the transformative power of libraries, National Library Week gives everyone an opportunity to recognize the people who make all of this possible, our dedicated library district employees. In a world that has been beset by a pandemic and all that has accompanied it, it's been you that has been a beacon of optimism and resilience in service to the Las Vegas Clark County Library District. So today, let's recognize the importance of your contributions, the engine keeping our libraries running. So that was a message that I sent to the staff again this week, and again recognizing National Library Week and the importance of libraries. So again, I won't read the entire of my report, but if you note that I've been very busy with lots of activities since we last met in March, continuing my library visits, meeting with the staff and having numerous conversations with them individually. I also had an opportunity to spend some more time with Mayor Goodman, and also had an opportunity to meet with Las Vegas City Councilman Creer. As I mentioned, I spoke at the Clark County Commission this week, and I want to thank Trustee Foyt for her introductions to Commissioners Naft, Jones, and Sigerblum, who actually recognized me as well on Tuesday during that opportunity. I've also, on a national level, had an opportunity to meet with Representative Congresswoman Susie Lee, and so as again, I'm meeting with individuals, the staff in the community, and also still being able to contribute to my other work as on the national library level. I've served as a keynote speaker for the Polk County Library Cooperative Staff Retreat. I'm a co-chair for the Digital Content Working Group of the American Library Association, focused on electronic books. So I did some work there as well. Some advisory board meetings, on and on and on. But again, won't read every one of them, but been pretty busy, not only locally, but nationally as well, and getting to know the staff, getting to know the community, and really, being participatory as I continue to learn and grow here in this role as the executive director. Some things that have recently happened and upcoming. I had the opportunity to appear on KNPR's State of Nevada, introducing myself and to discuss where libraries are headed. There's going to be a link of the recording that we'll be sharing with the trustees of that interview. And I have next week, I'll be appearing at the California Workforce Association meeting as part of a presentation on partnership with Workforce Connections. Have an upcoming visit with the Discovery Children's Museum for a tour and a visit with the CEO, Melissa Kaiser. And April 21st, I will be the keynote speaker at the district's career online high school graduation. So remember that all trustees are invited to attend that celebration as we recognize those individuals who have gone through that program. Um, um, at this time, I'll entertain any questions, Chair, regarding my report.
Trustee Benavides, did you have any questions for the chair? I mean, for the director?
Questions, but I just wanted to congratulate him on the great job that he did at the commission meeting. All the commissioners were impressed, and afterwards came up to me and said we had made a great decision by bringing him on to the district. So I just wanted to thank him publicly and tell him what a great job he did.
Thank you very much. Trustee Dr. Rogers, did you have any questions or comments for the director?
No, I just want to echo what my fellow trustees have communicated, in particular what Trustee Wilson said at the last meeting, that, Executive Director Watson has been extremely busy, as he said he would be during his first few months here in the position. And also, I'll say through my networks, I've heard only positive comments concerning Director Watson's work in the community and just being proactive and reaching out to forge those relationships and solidify existing ones. So thank you for that work.
Thank you very much. Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake, any questions or comments for the director?
I agree with my previous board members, but also in addition to all of these things that have been happening, he has also been looking for a house and buying a house. And as anybody knows that knows anything about the market right now, that is a full-time job in itself. So thanks for putting all the effort into both jobs.
Thank you very much. Trustee Robin Wally-Munier, any questions or comments for the director?
Well, to kind of spin off of Trustee Drake, I want to say you closed on your house today. Tomorrow's your anniversary, and you're going back to spend some time with your wife, well deserved, because you definitely hit the ground running when you came here, and no one can deny that we did make the right choice. And I'm so happy that you are with the board and, will lead everybody on. I really am.
Thank you very much. Trustee Elizabeth Foyt, any questions or comments for the director?
Well, I think Director Watson, you definitely are addressing challenges. You're wide ranging in your hopes and dreams for us, and we're so pleased that you're here with us. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Thank you. Trustee Shandra Raymaker, any questions or comments for the director?
I just want to say thanks for everything that you're doing, and I appreciate you being here and look forward to a lot more time with you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Nathaniel Waugh, any questions or comments for the director?
Yeah, just very briefly, I just wanted to say it was great being able to see you present to the commission. You had a lot of great words. I had a chance to speak to Commissioner Jones before the meeting, and he reflected on his conversations with you. And as everyone has said, they've nothing but good things in the community about you and your arrival here. So I was just really extraordinarily glad to be part of that and be able to see you do that. And I'm looking forward to many more as you're here for a very long time with us, hopefully. I think you're definitely, the trustees were extremely wise when they selected you in the breath of fresh air and new wind and sea change that you're bringing here. And I'm excited to see, at least for me, what at least the next 4 years looks like under your tenure. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Having heard that, Trustee Kelly Benavides, is there any library reports you'd like to call forward and discuss?
At this time, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Rogers, are there any library reports you'd like to call forward and discuss?
No, not at this time.
Thank you very much. Trustee Robin Wally-Munier, are there any library reports you'd like to call forward and discuss? Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake, are there any reports you'd like to call forward and discuss?
None, thank you.
Trustee Elizabeth Foyt, are there any reports that you'd like to call forward and discuss?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Shandra Raymaker, are there any reports you'd like to call forward and discuss?
Nothing at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. I do have two things. Matt McAnally, if you'll step forward, please. And this is not calling up a report, but if you'd give us a 2-minute version of the STEM event that's occurring here at this library.
Sure. Actually, let me pull up the date really quick just to verify. I believe it's April 17th. Yes, Saturday, April 17th, the Las Vegas Clark County Library District is working in partnership with the Southern Nevada Southern Nevada Education of Young Children. And we're working in partnership to provide the community a STEAM carnival. So here at the East Las Vegas Library, a number of partners will actually come to the library district here. We'll socially distance everybody and keep people apart from each other on the plaza. And youth will have the opportunity to work with many of our different partners and experience different types of STEAM activities and events. So it's something that we're really looking forward to on April 17th. And if you can join us, we would love to have you.
Thank you very much. We're real excited. Thank you, Matt. Danielle Milam, I'm sorry. I always get that wrong. It's not a question, but a comment, so you stand forward. I would encourage everybody to look at your backup. The Library Foundation has a booklet that I used when I testified at the legislature. And let me brief, and there's no comments to be said. I just need you here. Go ahead, stay right there in case we do have it. We had 640,783 card holders, 4,278,550 branch visits, 9,182,741 total items checked out, 1,518,975 ebooks, and our website visits were 477,304 people. So the Library Foundation prepared this for marketing, and it's a testament to the staff, the director today, the directors from the past, and the trustees. So I'd encourage you to take a look at that booklet, get familiar with it, print it out if you need copies, and somebody needs to know what's going on, hand it to them. And of course, it's a testament to Danielle and the foundation board members that have created that for us. Thank you very much. Okay. Those are the only two library reports that I had at this time. If we move on to unfinished business.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
could I,
go ahead.
you skipped over me really quick, but could I just invite Mr. Segura up for a moment?
Sure, go ahead.
As you saw in his report, he's kind of been my chaperone, at least for 1 week, and I'm excited for this weekend as well. But I just wanted to thank you for taking time out on your Saturdays to show me around the libraries, and it's been very educational, very informative, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope I'm not too much of a pain in the backside, and I don't ask too many questions, but I certainly am looking forward to many more of them. You clearly know a lot, and so I'm really excited to be able to learn more about your experiences and your time here at the library. But I just wanted to, on the record, thank you for taking the time out to do that.
Yep, my pleasure, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr.
Chair, you'll
Chairman,
need a motion to accept.
Well, hang on one second. Robin Wally-Munier?
I just wanted to ask, I saw in the backup, the presentation that the foundation has, and that information is not on our website. At least I've never seen it there. And I know that we once asked, recently, what was about 6 months ago or so, you did a report to the board. And I just think we really need to do a bang-up job of getting that information out to the public, because I think there are a lot of people. I know several other groups have had virtual fundraisers and things like that, and have done better with the virtual than they did the sit-down dinners and, so on and so forth that they've had previously. They actually took in more monies in this last year. So I just want to encourage you to try to get that out there. And if we could have it where public could scan our website and see it, I think that there are people that, estate planning, everything else, people, want to know where they can send their money or give it.
Thank you, trustee. And it is on the website. The brochure is posted on
I didn't
About
see
Us.
that.
But maybe we could get it posted further up in, on the actual district site, the
Okay.
banner. So
I'll go
thank you
look
for your
again.
comments and your feedback.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Having heard no further requests to call any reports, I'll entertain a motion to accept the reports. Who will make that motion?
I'll move to accept the reports.
Nathaniel Wall moves to accept the reports. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Elizabeth Foyt. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you very much. At this time, we'll move on to unfinished business. This is a report on the 2021 legislature by the Griffin Company and staff. Are they online?
Yes. Hi, this is Chelsea Capurro. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. We're right in the middle of deadline week here at the legislature. So tomorrow's deadline is for committee bills that have to be passed out of their first committee. I'm happy to report that our bill AB 258 has met that deadline. It passed out of committee earlier this week. It was unanimous support from the committee, and so we're in great shape. We had a great presentation on the bill. The bill has moved easily. It'll now get reported to the floor where the whole assembly will vote on it, and then we'll go through this process over on the Senate side. Other than that, I don't know if there's any specific you guys want to hear from me. I can keep it short for you guys, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. Trustee Elizabeth Floyd, did you have a question or comment? Okay, we'll come to that in a second. Trustee Nathaniel Waugh, do you have any questions or comments? Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake, do you have any questions or comments?
No, thank you.
Trustee Robin Wadley Munier, do you have any questions or comments?
Just does she feel that there's anything that is going to need our extra attention? Or not mine, but, well, I can still call as an individual.
Chelsea, did you hear that?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know for you as an individual. Happy to follow up offline. But no, we're in a great position. We've already set this up great. In the assembly, we have no issues. We're going to be making sure that we do that same due diligence over on the Senate side and meeting with everyone over there and explaining our issue and why it's so important. But I think we're in a great spot. I will point out that there's been some talk already about a special session. If we have a special session, it would most likely be because federal funding, some relief money that we're getting would not be able to get here in time for that to factor into this legislative session. So we probably will have some special sessions this summer. I'm hoping not more than one, but it's definitely a possibility. So we'll just be watching that and keeping you guys updated on how those accounts look. But at this point, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Trustee Senator Raymaker, do you have any questions or comments?
I just want to say thank you for all you're doing. And I just really love those reports that come out every week. They have so much information and keep us on top of things. And I've enjoyed being able to get that information through you. Thank you.
Trustee Rogers, did you have any? Sorry, go ahead, Chelsea.
Oh, I was just saying, of course, no problem.
Thank you very much. Trustee Rogers, did you have any questions or comments?
No, I do not at this time.
Thank you very much. Trustee Kelly Benavides, do you have any questions or comments?
I do not.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Chelsea. We appreciate the report. There's no action on this item. It's just a report.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you very much. Under new business, Grain Williams submitted a request, and this is a discussion for possible board action to update the district's public comment policy. Mr. Welt, I'll let you present what you gave to the Board of Trustees.
Okay, well, rather than having to restate everything I said, the fundamental issue is we're allowed by statute and by the AG opinion to put reasonable restrictions on public comment, both to time, place, and manner, and to restrict inappropriate comments, assuming that we have definition ahead of time. So our current restrictions are 3 minutes per person, total 45 minutes. The chair can extend that if they so desire. My recommendation, or a possible recommendation, is if we continue having email comments, to restrict those to approximately 500 words, which would in effect be 3 minutes worth of testimony, and they would only be attached if someone states, as they would at a meeting, to attach them to our minutes.
Thank you very much. Trustee Kelly Benavides, any Questions or comments on the public comment policy moving forward?
Just for clarification, so we're saying that even after we go back to full in-person meetings, people would still be able to turn in email public comment.
Only if you pass that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Rogers, any questions or comments on this district's public comment policy that's before us?
No, the feedback and explanation was pretty clear.
Thank you very much. Trustee Shannon Raymaker, any questions or comments?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake.
No, it sounds like anybody that wants to say something will have their opportunity.
Thank you very much. Trustee Robin Wadley Meunier.
No, I thank our attorney for putting that together and reinforcing everything. And thank you, Jerry. And I think you're good to go.
Thank you very much. Trustee Elizabeth Foyt.
I think Attorney Welt explained it clearly. I'm comfortable with his advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Nathaniel Watt, any questions or comments?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Okay, I do have, thank you very much. I do have one request, comment and request. We believe in transparency. We also believe that people have the right to be heard. One of the things that I would like to see is if we go to email, accepting email comments, we need your name and address, not a phone number, name and address. And when it's put it in the placed in the record, that not be stricken. It's a public record. Besides that, I could look you up in the Clark County website, look where you live anyway, right? Through the Clark County website, all kinds of sites they can find out. I noticed in our backup, they had whited out or blacked out the individual's address. So any motion that's made, I'd like to make sure that we have the individual's name and address. One, it prevents phishing from the technology, PHISING, right? It prevents spamming. It also helps us look at who our constituents are. So when I worked in the city, oh, the mayor's this, they didn't do that. Sir, where do you live? In Mesquite. Okay, we appreciate your comments, but we really want to focus on the taxpayers that live in the district, right? We're not going to ignore the other comments because we want the latest and greatest, but it's important to know who's giving those comments. Because if most of the comments are coming from another jurisdiction, another library jurisdiction, is that sufficient enough for us to move the needle or make policy change? So that's why I would encourage whatever we do that the home address and zip code be on there. Having said that, so this came forward because of, again, thank you, Mr. Grain Williams. He's the one that sent in the request. And so if everybody feels comfortable, I'm ready to entertain recommended action. There's a public policy comment. Does that need to be updated to make sure that it includes the home address, Jerry?
I might suggest is in view of what you've said that I can work with staff to come up with a proposed policy. We can submit it to you in final form at the next meeting, and then you can pass it all at once.
Okay, does anybody have any more addendums that they'd like to make to this public policy comment? Public comment, say that 10 times. Public comment
This is
policy.
Trustee Ross. I have a question for clarification.
Go ahead.
And I would just ask for someone, the current protocol, what does someone have to disclose to be approved to make a public comment as far as personal information?
They have had to state their address, their name and address when they got to the podium and write it down on the public comment. Whether we've enforced that, I can't tell you for sure, but that's been the standard.
Okay, thank you. I just want to check for alignment with the email practice that we're proposing.
Thank you very much. Very much. Does anybody else want to amend the public comment policy or have any more comments?
No, I would say that I'm in full support, that you should have the name and address when you testify in front of the legislature, city council, any city council, county, everything you have, anything you have to say, your name and address, because we have to know that you actually do live here.
Okay, thank you very much. So at this time, we're going to table, do I need a motion to table this item so that you can bring it back at the next meeting? Jerry?
No, there wasn't a recommended action, so I
So
don't
you're
think you need an
directed,
official.
thank you. So you're directed to bring back this item for an official agenda item at the next meeting. Okay,
Okay, yes.
thank you very much.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Robin. Did you have a question?
Well, I was just going to ask, are you going to ask us if there's anything we're going to put, recommend to have on the next board meeting or anything?
Yes. Go ahead.
You want me to start that?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I think that we need to put on the next meeting the discussion or approval of the board reps on the foundation. We always do that at a board meeting here, ask who's interested in serving on the foundation board as the rep from the library district. And I know that we've had one person, Kelly, who's, been doing it, and Shannon, and I just hope that you would continue doing that and asking if for volunteers, since you have, people here that have been here a while and so on. So obviously I'm not speaking for myself because I won't be here and representing, so I have no vested interest in this whatsoever.
So I think, very good.
I've always handled it before, so I'm hoping you'll do that.
Thank you. So let's do this. If we can have a brief foundation report, Danielle? Is that okay at the next meeting? And then I think after the report, we get an understanding of how the process is. Then at that point, we can decide whether we have the authority, we leave it alone, or we change it.
Well, we've always had two representatives from our board, and that they've always asked who's interested.
No, I know that, but at this time, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 new board members, totally new from square one, so it's important. Who's replacing you, who's replacing Marilyn and Nathaniel. That would be important. It'd be important for them to understand the process so that they can also weigh in.
We're talking about, though, this is Trustee Foyt. We're talking about, we have always voted on the individuals who are going to represent the board on the foundation board. I'm not addressing, and I don't believe Robin is, the issue of those that are appointed through the foundation itself.
No, I agree, but
But I understand in the name of transparency that you have self-appointed yourself to that position on the foundation board. And that has happened since we all met at a board long ago.
Thank you very much for bringing that up, Ms. Daniel.
That does disturb me
Sure.
in the face of transparency.
Thank you very much, Ms. Daniel. Will you step forward and correct the record?
Yes, we did, the foundation board did vote in Felipe on the recommendation of President Kiva Creer and the conversation that was held at the foundation board meeting. So that is.
So he came as a regular board member for the foundation, not as a representative of the Board of Trustees?
No, he was actually voted in as the representative of the district, just as we did with Kelly and Shannon previously.
No, I think, Robin?
No, they've always asked at our board meetings who's interested in serving. Kelly and Shannon, for the most part, were always people that, and we've had others that were interested in serving and representing the board. It was done as a general thing. Okay, is anybody else? Most people, everybody said no. And so we just approved their being the representative from the library board. Not the foundation's membership, but the library board. It's always been done in open public here. Are you saying that we already have somebody appointed?
Yes, in the last board meeting, as reported in my report, Felipe was voted in as the library district board member of the foundation board.
So let's do this here. We're not agenda.
You're a member, not our representative.
We're not agenda for this item. So let's have a full discussion at the next.
For it to be on the next agenda.
Yes, but I want the record to be clear. With all respect, Trustee Foyt, I did not ask to be on the foundation. I did not self-appoint in the foundation. I was recommended and I was voted in, so the record should reflect that clearly.
I believe that they have every right
So
as the
let's-
foundation to.
Let's have a, I just
to
wanted the
be
record
able
to be clear.
Work with their members,
And then,
but anyone who is representing us as a board trustee to their board should go through the process here in the trustees meeting.
so, okay, so we're not agendized for that, but that's,
Okay,
please
we
be
can bring it
prepared to
back next month.
respond how,
Recommended
how
by
that
the
happens.
board.
How that happens. How, I guess the question is, how do you get recommended on that board? The next question is, be prepared. Does this board need to approve it? What does the foundation minutes say? What does the library district minutes say? All of that, be prepared,
Okay.
because I'm sure you're going to have questions.
All right.
But I just want to make my record clear. Thank you,
Okay.
Danielle. So
Thank
we'll
you.
get all your answers. I'm not cutting you off, but we'll get a full disclosure on that at the next meeting. And then any question, how, who, what, when, where? But as far as me, I just wanted, again, to repeat myself. I did not ask to be on this board. I did not self-appoint.
That is.
Okay,
that
thank you.
is
For the next meeting, we'll spend time, so kind of a long meeting. Thank you. And not to be argumentative, I just want the record to be clear.
If you're going to represent the board needs to talk about it. And the
Yes.
board needs to vote on it.
And that's okay. At the next meeting, if that's a decision, I'll step down. You guys can do whatever you like. I don't have an issue with that. Okay?
Yeah.
But again, that's for the next meeting.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you very much. Does anybody need another item on the agenda?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to make sure that at least we, Director Watson, an update on kind of the conversations that we've had this week for the benefit of the rest of the board. I had an occasion to speak with Commissioner Seeger-Bloom a couple weeks ago, and I've spoke with Trustee Benavides and Trustee Foyt about this. And I think we have a very exciting solution to expand the viewership of our meetings. And Director Watson and Mr. Prendergast did a great job this week. And I think that's just a testament to their skill and ability and leadership. And I'm just excited to get an update on that, hopefully at the next meeting.
Okay. Okay, Trustee Benavides, did you have anything that you needed added for the next meeting?
No, I think that'll be more than plenty.
Okay. Trustee Rogers, do you have any questions or agenda items that you'd like to be added to the next meeting or announcements?
No, I do not.
Okay. Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake, do you have any announcements or anything that you'd like to be added to the next meeting?
No, thank you.
Okay. Back to you, Trustee Robin Wadley. Was that the only thing you wanted added to the next meeting, or?
No, I mean, yes, that's correct. And just as a comment, again, I'd like to thank the staff from the library district, like from the Wizard of Oz, disregard the man behind the curtain. Well, we have many, many men and women here at this library district that are awesome. And that is why we're one of the successful ones in the nation. And I so appreciate everybody. I wish I knew everybody's name and all about you, but I don't. And I apologize that I don't, because I should. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake, do you need anything on the agenda, or do you have any last? Oh, I'm sorry. Trustee Elizabeth Foyt, do you need anything else added to the agenda or announcements? Okay. Trustee Nathaniel Waugh, did you need anything added to the agenda or any other announcements?
That was the only one.
Okay. Did I miss anybody? Oh, I'm sorry. Senator Raymaker, Trustee Raymaker, did you need anything added to the agenda or any announcements?
Nothing added to the agenda. I just want to say I'm really looking forward to, or I should say, and Mesquite is very much looking forward to Executive Director Watson coming out and making a presentation to us this next week at City Council. Look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you very much, Dr. Calvin Watson, the Director. Do you have any announcements?
No announcements, Chair Ortiz.
Thank you very much.
Chair Ortiz, might I interject? All of the trustees present should have a copy of the invitation to the Career Online High School graduation. That will occur Wednesday, the 21st of April, at the Clark County Library Theater at 6 p.m. And for our new trustee, this is a program that has been turning out some wonderful, wonderful people who really had to strive to get their high school graduation. And from those who attend. It is just wonderful to see the achievements and their families celebrating. So any of you trustees that can attend, if you just let me know so I can let Jill Hersha, who's running the ceremonies, let them know. Mr. Watson's going to be our keynote speaker, and we will have social, we will be able to accommodate a lot more people in the Clark County Library Theater. And I will be sending the invitation out to those trustees who are not here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, our last announcement is a summer challenge. The district summer reading program kicks off on May 15th, Saturday here at East Las Vegas. And we'll send you out more information. And then for the record, our next board meeting will be held on Thursday, May 20th at 6 o'clock via WebEx and or at the Windmill Library Auditorium. Okay. Ms. Ellison, is there any public comment?
No public comment, Chair Ortiz.
At this time, there is no public comment, and we are not going into executive session. So having heard no one else, I move to adjourn the meeting. The meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much. Have a good night.